Hello everybody and welcome to another US cities naming quiz. Today we are going to be using this wonderful website once again. I used this before to do my how many cities can I name in 1 hour challenge. If you want to check that out, there's going to be a link in the description. Today we're doing something a little bit different. Instead of having a time limit, I'm going to name as many cities as I can at all from memory. And we're going to start out with the west coast of the US. So we're going to do Washington, Oregon, California, Alaska, and Hawaii, and then slowly work our way through the rest of the country. I'm going to split these all up into episodes, so we're doing the West Coast today, we'll do the Rockies, the Southwest, the Plains, the Midwest, all that good stuff in future episodes. Before we get into this, I have one question for you guys. Have you been to the West Coast of the United States? And if so, what was your favorite thing that you saw? Personally, I have been to these 3 states here, Washington, Oregon, California. Haven't made it to Alaska or Hawaii yet. My favorite for sure was Seattle. Portland is a close second though, it was so beautiful there as well. But Seattle, absolutely love the vibes of that city. Okay, with all that said, let's get into this. We are going to set our state to Washington first, and I'm just going to try and name as many cities as I can in this state. And once I run out of brain power, we're going to move on to Oregon and keep on going till we're done with these 5. Okay, let's start it up, and of course we're going to start with Seattle. Now there's tons of Seattle suburbs that I can try and name, but I'm going to come back to those later. We're going to get other independent cities first. So we're of course going to go with Tacoma and Olympia. There is Bellingham, Mount Vernon, Anacortes, I think that's how you say it. Oh, another thing, disclaimer, apologies for pronunciations in this video in advance. There is Port Angeles, I think. Is there a Seguin? Something with a Q? No, that's Sequin. Is there a city called that? Sequim? That's the one I was thinking of. There we go. Okay, so we got those 2. There's Friday Harbor out on the islands there. There's another couple towns that I should know, but I can't think of right now. There's Blaine right up on the border there. What else? So let's head down here. I think there's a place called Longview. There we go. Across the river from Portland is Vancouver. I think Battleground as well. Is there a Lakeview? Oh, that's over here. Okay, I thought there was a Lakeview here. Maybe I'm still thinking of Longview. I really don't know. I think there's a Centralia somewhere in there. There it is. Over here in eastern Washington, there is, of course, Spokane and Spokane Valley. You've got Yakima, Richland, gotta spell these right too, Kennewick, Pasco. Crap, what else? There's a lot more. Ellensburg, Wenatchee, Walla Walla. Is there a Colville? Yeah. Concrete, that's like a small town in the mountains out there. Man, I feel like I'm forgetting something important out here. Yakima, Tri-Cities, Spokane. Oh, what is that called? There's something else in here that I should get. I don't know, but we're gonna start going for the Seattle suburbs now. So we got Bellevue, Kent, Renton, Redmond, Shoreline, Federal Way, Des Moines, Lakewood. That's more of a Tacoma suburb, but you know, same metro and all that. Oh man, there's so many more. What are they called? What are those cities called? There's an Everett a bit north. Kirkland, can't forget that. Home of Costco. Or former home, I think they moved. But that's where it started anyway. I'm trying to think, what else is there here? There's so many more that I can't remember. Like, I would recognize them if I saw them on a map, but I just can't remember the names off the top of my head. But how many is that? That's 36 cities. Let me zoom this out a bit, actually. That's a bit better. Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to run dry on Washington. Auburn. That's another. We get Federal Way. Yeah, I'm running dry on these Seattle suburbs. We might come back to it though, but let's go down to Oregon now. And of course, we're starting with Portland. We've got Bend. The Dalles, Pendleton, Hood River. Over on the coast you have Astoria, Cannon Beach. There's a Roseburg further south. Newport, end of US 20. There's so many other coastal cities that I would just never be able to actually recall. But down in the valley here, there's Salem, Albany, Corvallis. I think there's a Dallas in there, yep. Eugene and Springfield. What else? McMinnville, I think. And I think there's also a Lafayette there. Yeah. Man. Okay, let's head down a bit farther south then. There's Medford, Grants Pass, Ashland, Klamath Falls. I feel like there's one more around there. Maybe not. Maybe not. And then, of course, we're going to come back at the Portland suburbs, but I don't think I can think of anything out this way. Anything in Eastern Oregon. There's not much there to begin with, but yeah, I can't really recall any of the town names there, so can't do much there. Let's go back to Portland suburbs. So, Beaverton, Hillsboro, Gresham, Troutdale, Tigard, Lake Oswego, Oregon City, Aloha. Oh, there's plenty more that I can't remember. I think there's a Milwaukee, but it's spelled like that. There we go. Beyond those, though, I am drawing a blank. I think that's as many as I can remember. Yeah, and I got most of the big ones, too, you know what? So I'm happy with that, at least. Okay, anything else in Oregon I can get? We got Newport, Cannon Beach, Arch Cape. I'm trying to think of other stuff on the coast there. Maybe that's not actually a town. Oh, Tillamook. Can't forget that. Famous cheese and dairy company. What else on the coast? This was the area I was in. Cannon Beach, Tillamook, Arch Cape. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on the rest of those towns. Oh, there was that one in between here. I can't remember what it's called. Alright. We're gonna skip California. California we'll save for last, because I can get a lot in California. There's tons of suburbs and just tons of cities as well. So we're gonna go to Alaska next. And try and get as much here as I can. Anchorage, Fairbanks, Juneau, of course, get the obvious ones. Barrow, Nome, Prudhoe Bay, Sitka, Seward, Homer, Haines, Ketchikan, Kodiak, Adak, Unalaska. Okay, now for some more random stuff. So around here, there's Homer, Seward, Soldotna, I think. There we go. Anchorage suburbs, Wasilla, Palmer. Is there an anchor point? There we go. We got Kodiak, Haines, Juneau, Sitka, Ketchikan. What else is here? There's got to be a couple more towns out this way. Skagway. That's one. Whittier. I don't think that's around here. No, that's that's back over by Anchorage. But there is Whittier. There's also Valdez. Got Nome. Fairbanks stuff. There's also North Pole, Beaver. Along this road here, the one that heads up to Prudhoe Bay, I don't know anything about. I don't know any of the towns there. Can't think of them. But over this way, there's like Chicken Talk. Any others? I swear there's one more of these like small Alaskan towns that I should remember, but it's not coming to mind. This is pretty solid, you know, I'm happy with this. Yeah, well, I might come back to it again. But that's good for now. I'm happy with that. Okay, Hawaii, I am really, really not good with Hawaii. I doubt I'll be able to get more than like 5, if that. So, of course, Honolulu, Hilo, Pearl City. Oh god, I'm already starting to run out. Lahaina, Waimea. That's 5. Any more? Is there a Molokai? I'm trying to... These are just island names, aren't they? Oh, I'm so bad with Hawaii. What else is here? There's tons of other cities on the big island here and suburbs of Honolulu. I just can't remember what they're called. Yikes. Yeah, I think I'm stopping at 5 for Hawaii. That's really not my best work there. I should be able to get one more. It's killing me. I can't remember these dang cities. But we're going to go to California. So we're going to start, of course, with the standalone cities and then try to do suburbs. So, working our way down, there's Redding. Oh, I didn't switch this. There we go. Okay, Redding. McKinleyville. Susanville. Eureka. And then this one, Eureka again. I don't know how you say that. There's a Crescent City. Yuba City, Chico. What else is, like, along here? There isn't much. There isn't too much. Is there another Newport? No. Oh my god, what is that town? I know there's, like, one town that I remember the name of, but I can't remember what it's actually called. I've seen it multiple times. It's killing me. Okay, so let's go for Sacramento, Tracy, Davis, Fairfield, Vacaville, all the stuff around there. You know what, let's just knock out the Sacramento suburbs. Roseville, Arden Arcade, West Sacramento, Elk Grove, Citrus Heights, Lincoln, Folsom, El Dorado Hills. Stuff by Tahoe, there's Truckee, South Lake Tahoe. There we go. Beyond those two, though, I can't think of much more. Maybe I'll get another on the Nevada side, but honestly, I doubt that too. So, yeah, we're gonna call it there. I feel like there's another Sacramento suburb that I'm forgetting. Probably. Yeah, we're gonna move on, though. Okay, let's get some, like, stuff up here by Napa. Napa, Sonoma. Did it take Napa? Oh, it's there? Really? Okay. I thought it was more over here. Well, anyway, there's Petaluma, Santa Rosa, San Rafael, Sausalito. Yeah, I can't think of much more out there. We're gonna skip Bay Area. I can get a few in Bay Area. Move on to other stuff on the coast. Monterey, Santa Cruz, Carmel by the Sea. Takes just Carmel. What else is here? We can do Watsonville, Gilroy. Is there just a town called Big Sur? No, that's just the name of the coast. Okay. Moving a bit down, there's Santa Maria, San Luis Obispo. Those are the two I can think down here, and then we start getting to, like, LA, Thousand Oaks, all that. Let's go for some Central Valley stuff. There is Fresno, Stockton, Modesto, Turlock, Visalia, Hanford. Oh, there are so many Central Valley cities. I'm gonna forget all of them, I swear. Bakersfield. Did we do Fresno? Okay. And then there's also Clovis there. What is in between Fresno and Turlock? Tulare? No, that's south. Okay. There's also Porterville. That's very far south. Got Bakersfield. Man. These are the ones that come to mind. I know there's just so many more, but remembering their names, Madera, That's something in between. Okay. Madera, Modesto, Turlock, Tulare, Fresno. Yeah, I'm running dry in the Central Valley. Okay. Let's see. Any in the mountains, national parks? Honestly, I can't think of any. I've never even been to this part of California. Don't know much about it, so can't name any of the towns in there. But let's go for some desert stuff. Lancaster, Palmdale, Boron, Needles, Apple Valley, Hesperia, Lancaster, Palmdale. Oh, what else is here? Lake Los Angeles? Yep. 29 Palms is there. Other desert stuff. Palm Desert, Palm Springs, Indio, Coachella. I think that's all I can get for like the deserty kinds of cities. And then there's also El Centro, Mexicali, Calexico. There we go. Mexicali is in California, or in Mexico. Calexico's the one there. Okay. We got Needles. I swear there's one more city on the river here that I should know, but can't think of it. Okay, so I'm really just saving LA, San Diego, Bay Area stuff for last. Let's go with Inland Empire, so San Bernardino, Riverside, Ontario, Redlands, Highland, Hemet, Temecula, Marietta, Lake Elsinore, Paris, Corona, oh man, what else is there? Every time I try this stuff in California, I just realize just how many cities there are. Like, it's absurd. And they're all big cities too, like 100, 200, 300,000 people. And these aren't even the biggest ones. Like, it's just insane how many people are here. It's crazy. But yeah, I can't think of any more in the Inland Empire. So let's do San Diego, another one that I'm not great with. Is, of course, San Diego. National City, El Cajon, Sansi. Oh, good lord, there's so many more. What are those suburbs called? Is there an Imperial City? Imperial? Oh, that's out here. Okay. Sansi, El Cajon, National City. La Jolla is part of San Diego, as is San Isidro, I think. Yep. So we can't get those, sadly. Oh, man, what else, dude? What else is here? Oh. Is there a La Mesa? There we go. That's something else. Okay. Good with that. Stuff in between LA area, San Diego is Carlsbad, Oceanside, Laguna Niguel, Mission Viejo. I swear there's something with an A here. What could that be? Maybe not. I don't know. Okay. Well, let's tackle Bay Area next. We'll go back to LA stuff later. But of course, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose. Gotta get those right away. Then there's also Berkeley, Fremont, Alameda, Hayward, Union City, Richmond, Antioch, Concord, Walnut Creek, San Ramon, I think, yep, San Mateo, Santa Clara, Mountain View, Cupertino, oh, Millbrae, and Milpitas. There we go. We got Hayward, Fremont, Union City, stuff closer to San Francisco, Daly City, South San Francisco, San Bruno, Burlingame, Redwood City, Foster City, Palo Alto, of course, can't forget that. Menlo Park, Atherton. What else is there? Pleasanton and Livermore. A bit farther out. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with this. Oh, Viejo. That's a big one. Yeah, beyond those, I'm kind of running out of Bay Area stuff. I'm pretty happy with that, though. That's honestly better than I thought I'd do, so that's cool. Okay, let's start getting into LA kind of area stuff. We will start with Santa Monica, for some reason. First one that came to mind. Thousand Oaks, Simi Valley, Oxnard, Santa Barbara. I can't forget that. That's just its own thing out there. Santa Clarita, San Fernando. Of course, we'll just do Los Angeles right away here. And then Long Beach. Don't want to forget these obvious ones. Anaheim, Santa Ana, Tustin, Irvine, Pasadena, Burbank, Glendale, Beverly Hills, West Hollywood, Inglewood, Torrance, Compton, Norwalk, Garden Grove, Fullerton, Southgate. There we go. It's a space. Okay. There's East Los Angeles, City of Industry. City of Industry? Industry. There we go. Stuff on the coast. Newport Beach. Huntington Beach. Huntington Park. Azusa. Covina. West Covina. Diamond Bar. Did we do Ontario? Okay. Pomona. Claremont. Stuff like in between like San Bernardino and LA itself, I'm kind of rough on. As far as Pomona, Claremont, and then I'm like, what else is there? Rialto. That's one. I think that's as much as I'll get past there. Any other South LA region cities? Is there a Fremont? That's by the Bay Area. What am I talking about? Jeez, man. What else is there? There's so many others. Fountain Valley. Glendora. We did Tustin. Orange. Gotta get Orange. Irvine area. Oceanside stuff. Yeah, past here, there's a gap. I know there's not too much here, but there's definitely more than I'm forgetting. But honestly, we're at 251. I'm pretty happy with that so far. Any other regions of California that I'm forgetting to name? Is there a Chino? Yes, and the Chino Hills? Okay. I'm just racking my brain because I know there's so many other cities in this LA area that I could name. What have I not done? Buena Park. Did we do Anaheim? Okay. Gotta make sure. Can't forget the really obvious ones. I really hope there's also nothing super obvious that I'm forgetting. Like, I hope I have, like, the top 10 cities by population. You would hope. Yeah, you know, that's pretty solid for California. Drawing a blank for any more. Oregon, I don't think I can get more in. Washington. The Seattle area. I swear there's more I should know here. Kent further away. Puyallup. I'm probably spelling this one wrong. I have no clue how you spell it then. Okay. There's something like that here with a P. Can't remember how to spell it properly, apparently. Oh, and then what's the other island city? There's... Oh my god. Maybe it is just this one that I'm thinking of. It might be. Oh. Laconnor. Forgot about that one. How the heck do you spell this? Maybe it's not even a town. I don't know. I ate lunch in a place called that around here when I was there. Okay. I can't think of anything on the Washington coast here, which is kind of disappointing. But I really don't know much about this area. I feel like there's one more in here, but I can't remember it, so honestly... 254. I think I'm going to tap out there. Pretty solid for the West Coast. I'm very happy with my Bay Area memory. That's, I think, the best I've done here, for sure. So not bad at all. Cannot complain. We're going to go on to, I think, the Southwest for the next episode, so tune in for that one. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you next time. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of my U.S. Cities Naming Challenge. Today, we're taking on the Southwest United States. So we're going to do Nevada and then the 4 corner states of Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico. So if you missed episode 1 where I took on the West Coast, Alaska, and Hawaii, check it out. There's going to be a link in the description. So we're going to start with Nevada. Now, I don't know how well I can do with Nevada. Depends like how many of these random little desert towns I can think of. But we're going to see how many I can get. Well, let's get started with the obvious ones. Of course, Las Vegas, Reno. Then there's also Henderson. You know what, let's just knock out the Las Vegas Valley right now. North Las Vegas, Paradise, Sun Valley. Did that work? Oh, that's up here. Really? Okay. I knew there was a place called Sun Valley in Nevada. I thought it was down here. What am I thinking of? Is there a Sun City then? No, that's in Arizona. Okay. So what the heck am I thinking of then? North Las Vegas, Vegas, Paradise, Henderson, Winchester. There's gotta be one more big one. Is there a South Las Vegas? No. Yeah, there's definitely one more like big unincorporated area here that I'm not thinking of. So we're gonna move on. Boulder City. There is also Pahrump on the border there. There's also the border city here, heading into San Bernardino County. I can't remember what it's called. It's something with a P, I think. Yeah, could not tell you. Man, that's annoying. Okay, so let's go up to Reno then. There's Sparks. We got Sun Valley somehow. Is there a Lemon Valley? Something to do with lemons. Maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy. There is Washoe City. Washoe? New Washoe City? Valley? Okay, I thought there was something else to do with that. Anyway, Carson City. Can't forget that. Important one. Gardnerville. I'm trying to think of other stuff on the side of Lake Tahoe here in California. We got these 2 cities in the area, but Nevada side? I'm drawing a blank. Don't know any of those town names. Okay. So now, here comes the big challenge. Central Desert Cities. So there is Ely, Elko, Winnemucca, Battle Mountain. And again, as a disclaimer, apologies for pronunciations of certain cities. Obviously, I don't know how to pronounce every place in America, so there we go. Okay, next up, we did these. There's also a Rachel, Area 51 stuff. Oh my God, there's a lot more. Ely, Elko, West Wendover. Jackpot. here. Is there a McDermott? McDermott. There we go. Okay. Right on the border. Any others? Any others? There's gotta be some here on I-80. Going to Reno. That's killing me. But yeah, I think I've run dry for Nevada here. I swear there's one more in this Vegas area, and then like a couple more in the desert I should get. Oh, Virginia City. That's another very famous Nevada place. Okay, that's gonna be it for Nevada. Let's go to Utah. Now, I don't know how well I can do in Utah. There's a lot of Salt Lake City suburbs that I probably will not remember. But we're gonna try. Of course, Salt Lake City. Logan. Orem. Provo. Jordan. No Jordan. West Jordan. There we go. South Salt Lake. There we go. West Valley City. Sandy. Lehigh. American Fork. Spanish Fork. Mexican Hat. That's a tiny little town all the way down there. Sticks out to me for that reason. Just a funny name. Oh man, what else though? Did we get Provo? We did. What is north of Salt Lake City? Oh my god. There's Logan. Tremonton. Westville. Westfield. There's definitely so much more in between here that I just cannot remember. I think there's a Draper somewhere in here. There we go. Yeah, I'm running out of cities around here. Honestly, that's fine. You know, there's definitely more, but I don't know what they are. Park City, maybe. Okay, that's one more. Right, what else? Is there a Uinta? There is. That's north. Okay. Then south, there's a Beaver. Cedar City. St. George. Oh my god, I cannot spell today. There we go. Hurricane. I think there's a Santa Cruz. Or Santa Maria? What is it? Santa... Oh my god. I know there's Santa something right around here. Santa Rosa? Okay, I don't know what it is then. Alright. So, Cedar City, Beaver. What is in this area? What is along here? I don't even know. Let's go over to this side. There's Blanding. Moab. Yikes. And what is around all these, like, national parks here? Like Zion and Canyonlands? Like, what is here? What are those towns? I don't know. Is there a butte? Just a butte? No? I know there's one other town in this area. There's... I forget what it's called, but I should really know. Oh my god. That annoys me. Yeah, Utah, not one of my best states for sure. But yeah, I'll leave it there, I guess. Alright, so we're hopping down to Arizona for the next one. Let's get going with Phoenix and Tucson. Flagstaff, Prescott, Sedona, Yuma, Winslow, Kingman, Lake Havasu City, Tusayan, that's the town by the Grand Canyon. Also Grand Canyon Village. There we go. Holbrook. I'm trying to think of stuff along here. Go into Flagstaff. Winslow, Holbrook. Yeah, I think I'm all dry there. Is there a Cameron? There's Cameron Trading Post. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm done with stuff north. I can't think of any more up here. We got Kingman. Oh, I just thought of another for California. You know what? We're going back to Cali. Brawley. That's another city. Okay. I don't know why that came to mind just now. But, yeah, let's go down to Phoenix suburbs. Oh god, wait. There we go. Mesa. Tempe. Glendale. Peoria. Let's try Sun City now. There it is. Peoria, Avondale, Buckeye, Gilbert, Scottsdale. There's plenty more that I can't think of. Man. Florence? Alright, let's try Tucson suburbs. Casa Grande? Oh, that's up here? Okay. I thought there was one called that around here. What am I thinking of? Catalina Foothills? Okay, yeah. Beyond that, though, I'm really bad at the Tucson area. There aren't too many other suburbs, but yeah, I can't think of much there. What's on the border? What are these border cities? Douglas? Sierra Vista? Nogales? Is there a Gila city? Gila? Maybe not. Okay. Yikes, man. Beyond these... Oh, I thought of another in Nevada just now. Hold on. Blue Diamond. Okay. Again, no clue why that's coming to mind right now, but we'll take it. Any more Phoenix suburbs? I swear there's so many more I should get. What the hell else is here? Nothing's coming to mind. Alright. Just gonna have to take it then. I feel like I could do better in Arizona, but that's okay. Alright, New Mexico time. Here we go. No clue how I'm gonna do here, but let's see. There's Albuquerque. If I can spell it. There we go. Santa Fe. Taos. Taos Ski Valley. Bernalillo. Rio Rancho. Farmington, Shiprock, Gallup, Capulan. What else is there? I'm trying to think of... There's like another suburb of Albuquerque. Are they just called like South Valley? Yeah. Maybe there's a North Valley too. There is. Let's go. That's pretty huge. I knew there was a South Valley for sure. We'll take that. But I'm also thinking there's like another like ex-urban city in the mountains east. I don't know what that's called, but I know it's there. But there's also Tucumcari, Alamogordo. Oof. Los Alamos, very famous, important place. Crap. Roswell, Artesia, Deming, Las Cruces, important. Carlsbad, Clovis. I swear there's something with an H around here too, like close-ish to Texas. What is it called, man? I do not know. I'm drawing a blank there. That's annoying. Okay. Deming, Las Cruces. I don't know much about what the heck happens out this way. But it can't be too much. Probably just all desert and mountains. What is that city with an H, man? What is that called? Oh, there's also a Las Vegas in New Mexico. That's another thing. Okay. I'm pretty happy with this. Again, I feel like there's just some that I'm not remembering. Especially that city with an H. Yeah, we're gonna move on. Okay, the last state for this video, Colorado, should get a decent number here, but let's just see. Of course, Denver, Colorado Springs, Pueblo, Fort Collins, Loveland, Greeley, South Greeley? Maybe that's in Wyoming. That's for another episode, maybe next episode. But other stuff up here, there's a lot. Oh, man. I don't know. Let's start knocking out Denver area stuff. Boulder, Golden, Littleton, Broomfield, Aurora, Lakewood, Centennial, Highlands Ranch, Parker, Castle Rock. I don't know much of the north suburbs. I know there's Broomfield. What else is north of Denver? I'm not sure. Is there also a Columbine? Okay, yeah, that's where the Columbine shooting was, I think. I don't know. North of Denver, though, can't think of much more. Got Castle Rock. Colorado Springs suburbs. I know Security Widefield. Just because of how strange that name is. Like, what kind of name is that for a place? Security Widefield? Anyway, crazy place name. There is a Limon out in the fields. There's... La Junta? That's something. We gotta get some of the stuff out southwest, too. There is Durango, Alamosa. There's a small place with a B near the Great Sand Dunes. Is it called Blanca? There we go. There we go. But Durango, Alamosa... I don't know. Let's get other, like, mountain area stuff. Grand Junction. Cannot forget that. There is Rifle, Evergreen, Aspen. See, I'm not a skier. My family, we do not ski. So I've never been to Colorado, never been to the... Well, I've been to Colorado, never been to the mountains in Colorado. Just kind of drove through. See, I'm not good with these ski resort towns. I think there's a... Oh my god, what's that one that's the highest elevation? It's with like an L. Damn it, come to mind. What is that city called? Oh. Is there a Longmont? That's just up here, okay? We'll take it. It's another city. But stuff in the mountains. Breckenridge. Breckenridge, Aspen, Rifle. Is there a dinosaur? Maybe that's in Utah. No, it is in Colorado. Okay. Yeah, I can't think of any more in the mountains. Any other Denver, Colorado Springs stuff? Highlands Ranch. Man, yeah, I think there's definitely more north suburbs. I just can't think of what they are. So... Any more? Yeah, you know, I think that's about it for the Southwest for me. feel like I could have done better in a couple of those states, but definitely not my strongest areas. Utah, Nevada for sure, I'm pretty weak with. But yeah, not bad, can't complain. We're up to 380 cities for our first 10 states in the series, so making pretty good progress. But we'll see how much farther I can get next time. Catch you guys for the Rocky Mountains episode coming soon, and I will see you then. Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of my United States Cities Naming Challenge. Today we're taking on the Rocky Mountains, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, and since that's only 3 states, and I probably won't do very well in some of those, we're going to toss in the rest of the plains here as well. So anything from Oklahoma up to North Dakota. So this is all fair game for today. But if you've missed the first 2 episodes of the series, make sure to check them out. There's going to be links in the description. We are up to 380 cities so far from our first 10 states. So making pretty good progress. So let's go ahead and get started here with our first state of Idaho. And once again, just as a disclaimer before we get started here, don't know the proper pronunciations for every city in the country, so just want to make that clear. I'm going to try my best though. Okay, well, let's go with Idaho, and we are going to start with Boise, of course. Idaho Falls, Pocatello, Burley, Twin Falls, Nampa, Meridian, Eagle. What else is out here? American Falls. Yeah, see, this part of Idaho, beyond, like, the bigger places, I can't think of much more. Yeah, not super sure of anything here. We did these. There's Lewiston. And that makes me think of another city in Washington that I didn't do, Clarkston. There we go. Okay, back to Idaho. There is Moscow, Pullman. Oh, Pullman's in Washington. More Washington stuff. We'll add that there as well. Okay. On to Idaho again. Oh, wait. There we go. Gotta click on the text box. Okay, there's Post Falls, Coeur d'Alene. Cool. Sandpoint. Oh, there's something with a B. Something Bonner's Ferry? That's the one. Oh, I just thought of another Oregon city, very randomly. Umatilla. No clue if that's how you actually say it, but thought of it just now. The brain works in weird ways, man. So beyond this stuff in Idaho, what else happens in this state? What is in here? Just mountains. Are there even towns? Oh, I thought of another place. Caldwell. Another Boise area thing. I'm glad I remembered that. I probably would have kicked myself if I saw it on a list later. But yeah, I'm really struggling with the interior part here. I mean, it is very, very much so wilderness, mountains, but there's definitely other towns. Is there Glasgow? Maybe that's in Montana. Let's just add that right now. Yeah, okay. So, back to Idaho. I don't know if I can get much more, if anything. I really think there's one more in this area. I should know, but it's not coming to mind. And the interior part of the state is killing me, but yeah, again, these are not my strongest states for sure. So, yeah, we're gonna call it there for Idaho, I guess, and actually go on to Montana now. So, we got Glasgow. Let's get some other random things. There is Glendive, Miles City, Circle. Okay, that's it for random stuff. Billings, Butte, Bozeman, Missoula, Kalispell, Great Falls, Whitefish. Thought maybe there was a bay after that, but no. Whitefish, Kalispell. Jeez, man. What else is here? There's other stuff. Is there Granite City? Granite? What am I thinking of? I don't know. Butte, Bozeman, Billings, Laurel. That's around here. Yeah, Montana, I'm really not great with. I mean, there aren't too many, you know, other towns and stuff that are huge, but, you know, this is fine. That's okay. Yeah, there's got to be more. I might come back to it. I just can't think of what the heck they are. Let's go to Wyoming, another pretty sparse state population-wise. You got Casper, Laramie, Cheyenne, Rock Springs, Evanston, Cody, Powell, Gillette, Buffalo, Sheridan, Ranchester, Shell. Oh, West Yellowstone is in Montana. Gotta get that. There we go. Back to Wyoming, we got Jackson, Thermopolis, Purple Sage, Lander. I'm trying to think of what is here. There's like a line of small towns. Is there like a Torrington? There we go. Oh, and South Greeley. I mentioned that in last episode. Because we got Greeley and I thought, where is South Greeley? But it's very counterintuitively north of Greeley in another state. So that makes sense. But beyond all this, I'm pretty happy with getting most of these. I feel like there's another town I should know up here. Gillette. Is there one just called Devil's Tower? Maybe not. Trying to think of what's near the Black Hills on this side. I don't know what they are. I think there's a town here. Maybe. But yeah, this is pretty solid. As far as Wyoming goes, you know, like, I'm happy with that. Somehow got more in Wyoming than Montana, which is interesting. But yeah, you know, that's fine. Okay, let's head up to the Dakotas. Again, very sparsely populated states without too many, you know, incorporated cities. But we got Bismarck, of course, Fargo, West Fargo, Dickinson, Jamestown, Williston, Minot Air Force Base. There's some city along the river here with a W. Oh, there's also Grand Forks. Cannot forget that. What is that called? Wapeton? There. Oh, it's down here. Okay. But yeah, there's that. Fargo, West Fargo, Jamestown, Bismarck. Yeah, see, I can only get like the really noteworthy towns. Also, I don't know if there's just no town here, or maybe there is and I don't know it, but I hope there is, just to fulfill this, like, pattern, you know? It would be very annoying if there's not, like, a decent-sized town right there. But I don't know if there is, or what it's called. Oh, I thought of more in North Dakota. Mendota. There's something in Theodore Roosevelt National Park with an M. That made me think of Mandan, near Bismarck. Then, there's these two tiny towns, Bowman and New England. Those two stick out to me. I forget exactly why. I'm not sure, but those come to mind. I don't know why. Yeah, there's no way I can think of any more in North Dakota. Let's go to its southern Dakota counterpart and get a few more here. Sioux Falls. City is in Iowa. Sioux Falls. Mitchell. Aberdeen. Watertown. Yorkton? Yankton. Not Yorkton. Vermilion. With two L's. We got Mitchell. There's Wall. Interior. Is there like a Kanoka? Kadoka. I think I had Subway there on my road trip. Mitchell, Sioux Falls. I have no clue what the hell happens in here except for Chamberlain. That happens in there. On pier. Over here there's Rapid City, Sturgis, all the Black Hills stuff. Custer, Hill City, Spearfish, Lead, Deadwood. I got Sturgis, right? Yeah. I think there's one more I can't remember. Pennington? No, I think that's the county name. Okay. So... Aberdeen, Watertown. Yeah, that's pretty good for South Dakota, I think. I don't know what happens in this corner of the state, but it can't be much. There just can't be much going on in there. Don't know any other towns. So, yeah, we'll leave it there. Okay, down to Nebraska. Again, not going to be all that much here, but we'll get as much as possible. Omaha, Papillion, Bellevue, Boys Town? I don't know what that is, but that's a place. There's something like La... Oh my god. I can't think what that is. Oh no. I should know. There's an Ashland, Kearney, Columbus, Norfolk, North Platte, Grand Island, Paxton? Yep. Scottsbluff. Gotta get that. La Vista. That's the one. La Vista. Okay. What else is on the river here? Is there just Ogallala? There is. There's a Valentine up here. Again, like, there's a couple other random towns in here that I've seen before. I used to know the names at one point. Can't remember what they are. But I want to make sure I got, like, the big ones. I think that's all I can think of. Lincoln! Holy shit! We can't forget Lincoln! Oh no! That would have been very, very bad if I didn't get Lincoln. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, alright. We're done. We're moving to Kansas. Okay, Kansas. What happens in Kansas? Kansas City happens in Kansas. The smaller one. There's a... Shawnee. Overland Park. Lenexa. Lawrence. Manhattan. Topeka, of course, Wichita, is there an Andover there? Yes. Okay, what else? Salinas, Salina, Henderson, Henderson? No, what am I thinking of? There's Salina, and then there's one other decent-sized town in this area. I thought it was Henderson. Oh god. Oh no. Okay. There's an Independence somewhere in here. There we go. Great Bend, Dodge City, Liberal, Hayes, Colby, Garden City. Oh man, it's killing me. I know for a fact there's another decent-sized farm town in this area. What the hell is that called? I really don't know. I really do not know. Jeez, okay, any more Kansas City suburbs? Next to Overland Park, there has to be more. There must be one more. Man, what are they? Also, it's so funny to me that Overland Park, just a giant agglomeration of suburbia, is bigger than Kansas City. It's just funny. I know the actual Kansas City is much bigger, but... I mean, within this state, that's just funny to me. Anyway, Overland Park, Lenexa, Shawnee, Kansas City. Can't think of any of the others. So, unless I have an epiphany with whatever city it is that's here, we're going to move to Oklahoma. Last state for this video. And see what we can get done here. Of course, Oklahoma City and Tulsa. Lawton. Denison is in Texas. What's the one not in Texas? Ardmore. Sherman. Sherman is also Texas. Damn it. Broken Arrow, big suburb of Tulsa. You've got Bartlesville, Miami. Over here there's Guymon, and Hooker. What a place name. Oklahoma City suburbs. There is The Village. Strange place name as well. There's Moore, Edmond, Norman. Also a Shawnee here. Is there a Canadian city? Maybe that's the name of a county, Canadian county. We got Lawton, there's McAllister. Tallahena in the mountains. There's more Oklahoma City suburbs I should get. Like, this is not enough. There's Enid, that's its own place. But what else is around here? Norman, Edmond, Moore, Shawnee. Oh man, that's killing me. That is killing me. There has to be another big suburb. I just can't think what it is. Oh, there's also Moreland. West something. Moreland and what? There's another city out there. That showed up in one of my videos, and I always remember those, but I can't remember the other one, just Moreland. So I guess we'll just get that. Yeah. I really feel like I should get more in Oklahoma. But I can't think what they are. So infuriating. Oh, Hutchinson! Oh my god! Hutchinson! Hutchins! Oh, it's in Kansas. Yes. I gotta switch the state. Hutchinson. Oh my god. That's what I was thinking of. 40,000 people. See, it's a decent sized town. I can't forget that one. Glad I remembered it. Almost as bad as me forgetting Lincoln. But yeah, you know, as far as these states go, rather depopulated, not much going on. So I think I got most of the main cities and towns. I hope anyway. So you know what? We'll call it there. We're at 513 cities. So we're done with most of the west half of the country. We got Texas left to do, but that's going to be in the next episode. Thanks for watching this one, guys. I will see you next time. Have a great rest of your week or your weekend whenever this video is going live, and I'll see you soon. Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 4 of my US Cities Naming Challenge. Today we are going to be taking on the big state of Texas, as well as Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Well, let's start up with Arkansas. Now, I'm not sure how well I can do in Arkansas. Not one of my strongest states, that's for sure. So, we're just going to try here. Of course, there is Little Rock and North Little Rock. You got Conway, Searcy. And again, disclaimer, as always, I can't pronounce all these city names properly. That would be truly a miracle if I knew how to say them all right. So, apologies in advance. We've got Hot Springs. There is Jonesboro, Blytheville. What else? We gotta get all the Northwest Arkansas cities as well. Springdale, Rogers, Fayetteville, Bentonville, Fort Smith. What else is up here? There's like Eureka Springs and Mountain Home. Can't get much else up there. Down here there's of course Texarkana, which is also in Texas, the other half. We got Pine Bluff. Feel like there's something along here I should know, but honestly, as far as Arkansas goes, I don't really think I can name much more. I think there's a Harrison. There it is, okay. But yeah, beyond this, I'm pretty happy with that. Can't complain. Yeah, let's go to Louisiana. And if I think of more, we'll come back to it, of course. Louisiana. Another one of my not strongest states, but I'm going to try. We got Shreveport, Bossier City, Monroe, Ruston, Alexandria, Opelousas, Lafayette, Lake Charles, Houma, Baton Rouge. Is there a West Baton Rouge? East Baton Rouge? None of the above. Okay. There's a Hammond. I know that much. Anything else up here? Like the middle of part of the state, aside from Alexandria, I don't really know what the heck is even in here, so... Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Other stuff around New Orleans and this sort of south area. Gotta get New Orleans, of course. There's Kenner, Metairie, Slidell. Crap. There are tons of really, like, small suburbs of New Orleans. Like 10,000, 5,000 people each. Like, all in this south area here. I can't think of what they're called at all. I know they exist, though. And then across the bay, the lake here. There's one more I really should get. Not coming to mind, though. Yeah, I can't think of what it is. Okay, other stuff around the Delta. I'm pretty bad there, too. We got these two, at least. Is there, like, a... Morgan City. Yeah. So we have that. Yeah, not sure what else is down here. But we got the two big suburbs of New Orleans. So... yeah, that's something. That's something. Lake Charles, I feel like there's also something else in here, too. But don't know what it is. So, Louisiana, I guess I'm running dry there. Wish I could get more, but these states are not my strongest. Mississippi, probably one of my weakest, if not my weakest. This will not be good. Jackson, Clinton, Biloxi, Gulfport, Hattiesburg, Vicksburg, Tupelo, South Haven. Is there an Olive Branch? There is. Okay. There's Oxford, New Albany. Got Jackson, Clinton, Hattiesburg, Vicksburg. There's Greenville. That's that big, really? 30K? Damn. Okay. Jeez, man. Yeah, beyond those, what happens in the middle of Mississippi? I do not know. But down here, I thought of another. Pascagoula. But in the middle of Mississippi, I have no clue what happens here, man. I really couldn't tell you. There's maybe a Kosciuszko. I don't know how the heck you spell this. Yeah, I can't spell it. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Alright, here comes the big Texas. Let's get going with this. We have 560. Let's see if I can get 100 in Texas. It'll be tough, but I'm going to try. So here we go. 660 is the number to get. Amarillo. Shamrock. Panhandle. Let me zoom into this damn state. Shamrock, Panhandle, Amarillo. Is there a canyon? Yes. Lubbock. Abilene. Wichita Falls. Sherman. Denison. Named those in the last episode. Thought they were in Oklahoma. They were not. They're in Texas. Wichita Falls. Gotta get Texarkana. Sweetwater. Oh, that's over here. Okay. Fair enough. Well, that's kind of thrown me. Anyway. Tyler. Longview. Lufkin. Nacogdoches. Beaumont. Port Arthur. Nederland. Orange. See, I'm trying to get all, like, the small, separate cities first that don't really have suburbs, and then go for the, you know, DFW, Houston, all that crap, San Antonio. Other standalone cities, Midland, Odessa, El Paso. I don't really know any of the suburbs near, so that's kind of a thing. West Texas, I know a few towns here. There's Marfa, Alpine, Valentine, Balmoria, There we go. Trying to think of the spelling there. We got Marfa, Alpine, Fort Davis. Absolutely cannot forget that one. Let's think of... Is there a Pecos? Yeah. Fort Stockton. Okay. Border towns, Del Rio, Eagle Pass, Laredo, Brownsville, McAllen, Edinburgh, Farr, Harlingen. Swear there's one more. McAllen, Edinburgh, Farr. There's definitely tons more in here. I don't know what they're called, though. Corpus Christi. There we go. South Padre Island. Galveston. Kind of getting into the Houston area there, but it's fine. Bryan and College Station. For standalones, there's Waco, Killeen, Fort Hood, Temple, San Angelo, Uvalde. Probably saying that one wrong. I think there's a San Diego, a Victoria. So we're at 610. We're halfway to 660. So we have 50 cities right now. Haven't even done like the big suburbs or big cities at all. So I'm pretty happy so far. Any more independent cities? Beeville. Kildare. No, really? What am I thinking of? I don't know. I can't really think of many other standalone places. So, well, New Braunfels is kind of, you know, in between Austin and San Antonio, but we'll add it now. Alright, let's hit the DFW area. Dallas, Fort Worth, of course. Then we have Arlington, Mansfield, White Settlement, Waxahachie. There we go. McKinney, Richardson, Plano, Frisco, Garland, Rowlett. Did we do Irving? Grapevine? Grand Prairie? Denton? See, I'm much better with, like, the Dallas side. I'm not sure, beyond, like, White Settlement, Mansfield, like, I don't know what else is a suburb of Fort Worth. But over on the Dallas side, got all those. What else is there? I know there's just tons more. Is there University Park? Yeah. Yep, I'm running out. I'm running out of suburbs here. We're at 629. Oh god, can I do it? There's Austin, Round Rock, Georgetown, Pflugerville. We got New Braunfels. San Marcos. And I know there's one more Austin suburb. I never remember. Georgetown, Round Rock. Is there Buddha? Okay. That's not what I was thinking of, though. Oh my god, what is that city? What is it called? Oh, that's killing me. Damn it. San Antonio. Now, I don't know any of the San Antonio suburbs. There honestly aren't that many. Like, San Antonio city limits get, like, most of what would be suburbs within it, so there aren't too many. There are some for sure. I don't remember what they're called. Okay, and it's time to go over to Houston. We're at 636. I don't know if this is going to be enough to carry me up to 660. Katy, Houston, Conroe, The Woodlands, Bay City. Bay City? Where is Bay City? Okay. I think I was thinking of Baytown. There's also League City, Texas City, Pearland, Sugar Land, Missouri City, Texas City, We did that already. Houston, Woodlands, Conroe. Oh no, there's so much more. Bel Air? Is there another university related thing? University Park? No? Okay. I swear there has to be more. Pasadena. That's a big one. Is there a South Houston? I think so. Yeah, 650. So we're 10 off from getting 100 in Texas. Man, I really want to get there. I don't know if I can do it. It's killing me. We're at 90. Come on, let's get to 100. What else is here? What is in Texas beyond this stuff? There's so much more. Little Elm. Yes, that's something. Flower Mound. Louisville. I've had an epiphany. Flower Mound, Louisville, Little Elm. That one suburb here by Austin. Oh my god. That's absolutely destroying me. Oh, there's other stuff around here that I can get. Dripping Springs. Oh, what's the town that has the barbecue? Something with an L. It's like Black's Barbecue. I ate there. It's like just around here by Austin. Got Dripping Springs. Shit, man. There's also a town out here with a W. Like a very artsy type of town. I can't remember what it's called. Terrible. We're 6 off from 100 in Texas. Ah, man. What else? One of these cities down here. What else? Ah, this is destroying me. I don't know if I can do it, man. I think Dallas area suburbs. That's my best bet to get more. We have Garland. We have Rowlett. Frisco, McKinney, Plano. Did I get Richardson? Yes. Terrible. I can't remember. I really hate to end it so close to 100. I wish we could have gotten there. Dalhart. Okay. 5 off. Oh man. No. The closer I get, the fewer cities I have to randomly think of. We're at 95. Come on. What else? What else can I possibly name? I'm trying to avoid just like spamming president names or like common things. I want these to be cities that I actually have heard of, and not just like, oh, there's totally a Harrison, Texas, you know? So yeah, I guess that's it for me. So that is gonna do it. We made it to 655 cities, 90 from Texas there today. I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like I could get more, but it's fine. Thanks for watching episode 4, guys, and I will catch you for episode 5 next time. See you then. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of the U.S. Cities Naming Quiz. Today we're going to be tackling some of the Midwest. So we're gonna do Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. Illinois is gonna have its own episode. We're gonna do that as its own video. That's going to be next time, but we're going to start with Missouri here. Big disclaimer once again. Apologies if I mispronounce any of these cities going forward. I'm going to do my best though. Here we go with Missouri. Kansas City and St. Louis, of course, and Columbia. Springfield. Just get the big ones down. Springfield, Joplin, St. Joseph, Jefferson City. Okay, now let's start getting some more obscure things. Hannibal, Kirksville, Maryville, South Lineville. Now, I have a weird story about that. When I went camping for some reason with my friends in Iowa, and we were just in the middle of nowhere, like here. We drove to the Missouri border just for fun, because we were bored, and that's the town we ended up in. South Lineville. So that's why I know that. Anyway. What else? Cape Girardeau, New Madrid, Poplar Bluff, Sykeston, Festus, Farmington, Branson, Ozark. We got Springfield. Is there like a Nixa? And I know there's like a Whiteman Air Force Base in here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm not great with the interior of Missouri. I don't know why I know these like random towns here. But yeah, otherwise like the interior here, not great with it. So let's just start going with some suburbs of places. So we got Kansas City, of course. There's Raytown, Independence, Lee's Summit, Blue Springs. Is there a Coffeeville? Maybe that's in Kansas. That's all the way down here. Another one, I don't know why the hell that comes to mind right now. But there it is. Lee Summit, Blue Springs, Independence, Raytown, North, Kansas City. Is there a Leewood? That's down here? Really? Okay. Alright, let's go for St. Louis suburbs. Now, St. Louis suburbs, I am very embarrassed about. I should really know more. I don't know why I don't know as many. But St. Peter's, O'Fallon, St. Charles, Clayton University City? Okay. I think there's a Kirkwood. Town and Country. Town and Country? There we go. Oh, Crevcoeur. Okay, so maybe I do know a few more than I thought, but yeah, I know there's just so many. Especially since the city limits of St. Louis are pretty small, and they have like all those inner ring things, like all these. There's tons of those, I just don't know what they're called. I think there's an Arnold somewhere. Okay. Really wish I knew more in Missouri, but yeah, just don't. So we're gonna go up to Iowa, and get started with Des Moines, Ankeny, Ames, West Des Moines, Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Waterloo, Fort Dodge, Sioux City, Lamars, Newton, Knoxville, Lucas. Getting into these small towns when we were camping, we were around here, Lucas, Knoxville. So that's why I know these random places. What else was around here? Pella? Pella's there. Council Bluffs. Affectionately referred to as Council Tucky. But in between Omaha and Des Moines, not counting West Des Moines and Council Bluffs, I have no clue what is even here. What happens here? I couldn't tell you. There's a Marshalltown, I think. And now let's head over to the east part along the river. So there's Keokuk, Burlington, Fort Madison, Maquoketa, something to that effect. Don't know how to spell it, so we don't get the points. Davenport, Bettendorf, Dubuque. I know there's one more decent-sized town. I think it's somewhere here. What is that one called? I don't know what's north here as well. Any more Des Moines suburbs? Is it Clyde? Well, I think that's it for Iowa as well. Got a few random, smaller places, but otherwise, we're just gonna move on to Minnesota. Another state where I feel like I should know more, but I just don't. Especially Twin Cities suburbs. Really a weak area for me. Minneapolis and St. Paul. There's St. Cloud, Alexandria, Clearwater, Fergus Falls, International Falls, Angle Inlet, the little cut-off part of the state up there. You've got Virginia, Thief River Falls, Red Lake, Detroit Lakes, Duluth, of course, Grand Marais. I think there's a Grand Rapids up here. Not the one everyone knows in Michigan, but this little place. What else do we have? Mankato. Is there just a Marshall? There is. Bemidji is a bit north. Albert. New Earth. Across from La Crosse, Wisconsin is La Crescent. There's also Winona. And Rochester, Mayo Clinic. We'll get to the St. Paul suburbs later. Any other smaller places that I can get. But honestly, I'm fine with this. Let's start going for the Twin Cities suburbs then. There's Bloomington, Eagan, Lakeville, Lake Elmo, Apple Valley, Burnsville, Brooklyn Park, St. Louis Park, Coon Rapids, Eden Prairie, Edina. Maybe I do know more than I thought. Oh crap, what's the one that has Paisley Park in it? Is it called like Chinhassan? Yes! There it is. There's West St. Paul, which is entirely south of St. Paul. Genius city name. What else? Yeah, you know, this is fine with me. I thought I would get less, so the fact that I got this many is pretty good with me. I can live with it. We're gonna call it there for Minnesota and head over to the last state for today, which is Wisconsin. Now, I go to Wisconsin all the time, so especially in the south. So hopefully I get a lot of these like cities here, but we'll just see what happens. We're gonna work our way down there though. There's Hudson just across the river there. There's Eau Claire, Wausau, Minocqua. Crap. Superior by Duluth. I think there's a place called Cable. I do not know why I've ever heard of this town, but it's there. Crap, what else? What else is up here? Is there a Weston? There we go. Shawano. The stuff here, what is here? Escanaba? That's in Michigan. Ironton? That's there? Iron Mountain? Ironville? Okay. Maybe not. Peshtigo. There's something. Door County stuff. I should get more than I'm going to. Sturgeon Bay. Luxembourg. Egg Harbor. Sister Bay. Ellsworth? Where's Ellsworth? That's there. Okay. What am I thinking of? Elliston? Els... I don't know. Whatever. There's also Washington Island. Is that a city, though? Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, I really should get more in Door County, but can't think of them. So let's go for Green Bay. De Pere. Whatever. I don't know how you spell these places. Oh my god. So annoying. Other stuff. Nearby. Appleton, Little, Chute, Nina, Winnebago? No. Oshkosh. Fond du Lac. Sheboygan. Manitowoc. Port Washington. There's another town like here. West Bend? Yes, West Bend. That's what I was looking for. Okay, we're gonna head back over more to the central part, unless I can think of more here, but I don't think so. So central area, there's Sparta, Wisconsin Dells, Baraboo, Portage, Stevens Point, Ripon. Let's get down to like the what is this called? Driftless area. There's Richland Center, Spring Green, Prairie du Chien, Sauk City is somewhere over here. There it is. Let's go for Madison and all that. There's Madison, of course. There is Sun Prairie, DeForest. Capitalization there matters. It's not deforest, like deforestation. Just realized how strange of a place name that is, if it wasn't French. What else is there? Middleton, Monona, Cross Plains, Verona. Oh crap, there's a blue mounds. And then there's something with an H. They have like a bunch of troll sculptures in that town. What is that called? Mount Horeb. That's the one. There's a ton of troll sculptures there. I don't know what the deal is with that. But that's a thing. What else can we get? There is Sharon. There. Trying to think of the stuff here. There's something else with an S that I should know. Can't think. Okay, so let's get some more in between Madison and all that stuff. There's Watertown, Elkhart, Elk. It's not Elkhart? It's kind of thrown me. Lake Geneva. Oh no. Silver Lake. Paddock Lake. Bristol. Pleasant Prairie. Kenosha. Racine. Wind Point. There's so many, like, resort towns, like, on the lakes around here. I just don't remember what they're called. Fontana. Fontana. The lake. On lake. Okay. Maybe that's not even what I'm thinking of, man. Okay. Let's go south of Madison. There's Janesville, Beloit. Alright, now comes the Milwaukee stuff. Of course, Milwaukee itself. There is Oak Creek, South Milwaukee, West Allis, New Berlin, Wauwatosa, Oconomowoc. There's Waukesha. Oh, what else? What is north of there? Brown Deer? Shoreview? Shorewood? There we go. Brown Deer, Shorewood, Brookfield. Elkhorn! It's not Elkhart, it's Elkhorn. That's what we're looking for. Okay. I'm gonna try again with that Ashwaubenon. There we go. That's what we're looking for, man. Okay. That one that is here with an S is killing me. I don't know why I remember that, but I just can't think of what it is. I know there's a Dane. Is there just a Dane? There is. Okay. That's the county name here, too. Wish I could get more, especially around Milwaukee, but, you know, I can live with that. We're up to 823. Not bad at all. Getting there, close to 1,000. Next episode is the Illinois episode. That's a big one. So stay tuned for that, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 6 of the U.S. Cities Naming Challenge. Today, we're taking on Illinois, my home state. Let's just go ahead and get started here. Set our state to Illinois. Of course, we're going to start out with my hometown of Chicago. We've also got Rockford, Belvedere, Roscoe. Let me zoom into this. Chesney Park, Cherry Valley, Loves Park. What else is out here? Winnebago. There's Lena, Pecatonica. Not sure how you pronounce that one, but it's out there. There's Galena, Freeport. Freeport's there? Okay. Cool. Savannah. Savannah, no H. There it is. Oregon, Dixon, Sterling, Rock Falls, Rockton. Oh, that's up here. Okay. I knew there was a Rockton. Let's go a bit south. LaSalle, Peru, Rochelle, DeKalb, Sycamore, Ottawa. See, the farther south we go, the worse my knowledge gets. I'm a North Illinois boy. There's Kewanee, Princeton, Galesburg, Macomb is a bit farther south there, Monmouth. Let's go a little bit down here. There's Kaskaskia, the old capital that now has like 14 people in it. Oh, that's down here? I thought it was there. Well, anyway, there's Quincy right there. Jerseyville is a bit north of there. Browns, or no, Beardstown. Beardstown. Okay, let's go a little bit south of Chicago then. There's Kankakee, Bradley, Bourbonnais, Peatone, Pontiac, Dwight. See, as soon as we start getting past these areas, I forget the names of the towns. There's Lincoln, Clinton, big stuff, Bloomington, Normal. There's Decatur, Mount Zion is right there, Springfield, of course. I think there's a New Salem? That's over there, okay. There's Taylorville, Champaign, Urbana, Savoy, Monticello, Rantoul, Mahomet. As I say in every episode, apologies if I mispronounce some town names. Doing my best. We also have Danville. See, what is in between here? There's definitely towns. I don't know what they're called. Let's go a bit south then, shall we? To Effingham, Mattoon, Charleston, Carlsbad, Carlsbad. What am I typing right now? No, Carbondale. Marion, Carbondale. Oh, there's a place called Crab Orchard, I think. New Liberty. Liberty. Okay. What is... There's another city here. There's Mount Vernon. North. Cairo. Future City. Really? Okay. Metropolis is there. There's a city in here that I should know. Oh god. What is that one? Drawing a complete blank there. Really annoying. Crap. Okay. Yeah, I'm really bad with this, like, southern area. Even the St. Louis suburbs on the Illinois side, not great with East St. Louis. One too many spaces there. Belleville. Collinsville. Edwardsville. O'Fallon. Cahokia. Fairview. Is there Fairview Heights as well? Oh, that's what I was thinking of. Okay, where the hell is Fairview? There it is. Never heard of that one. I was thinking of Fairview Heights. Okay. So, beyond all those... Is there a Madison? There is. Okay. We'll call it there for those. It's killing me. I know there's one more city. Carbondale, Marion. Harrisburg. That's the one. Okay. Any others that are not Chicago suburbs? Watseka. I'm drawing blanks. Is there a Byron? There is. Cool. Alright, we're gonna start getting into the Chicagoland area. So we got my city here, but let's start knocking out some others. We're gonna work north to south here, so starting us out is Niles, Skokie, Lincolnwood, Evanston, Gulf, Glencoe, Glenview, Winnetka, Wilmette, Kenilworth, Lake Forest, Lake Bluff, Highland Park, Deerfield, Northfield, Northbrook, North Chicago, there's Waukegan, Zion, Beach Park, Winthrop Harbor, Richmond, Antioch. Did we do Beach Park yet? We did, right? We did. Okay, Beach Park. There's Park City, Gurnee, Mundelein, Grays Lake, Haynes Lake, Haynesville. There we go. Knew it's something like that. Libertyville, Green Acres, Green Oaks. There we go. Third Lake, Round Lake Park, Round Lake, Fox Lake, Round Lake Beach, Johnsburg, McHenry, Woodstock, Chemung, Harvard, Huntley, Carpentersville, Algonquin, Crystal, oh my god, Crystal Lake, there's Lake in the Hills, Lakemore, Volo, Cary. Jeez, man, there's so many. There's just so many to type. East Dundee. It's ridiculous. What else is there? But I can't forget to do, like, the northwest suburbs here. Like, I'm going just down the Fox River now. You know what, that's fine. Let's stick to that and then just get back to other stuff. So Elgin, South Elgin, Aurora, North Aurora, St. Charles, Geneva, Oswego, Plano, Sandwich, Yorkville, Elburn, Sugar Grove, Maple Park, Caneville, Pingree Grove, Campton Hills, Hinkley, crap, Plainfield, Shorewood. Those are places. There's Braidwood, Coal City, Diamond, Wilmington. I think there's a Lisbon. There we go. Alright, let's get the northwest stuff now. I cannot forget those. So, Des Plaines, Park Ridge, Morton Grove, Prospect, Arlington Heights, Prospect Heights, Palatine, Barrington, Barrington Hills, Port Barrington, South Barrington, North Barrington, East Barrington, West Barrington. No. Okay. I think that's all the Barringtons. Lake Zurich. Lake Zurich is the thing. Mattawa, Lincolnshire, Bannockburn, Kildare, Deer Park, Long Grove, Buffalo Grove, Wheeling. We got Mundelein, Vernon Hills. Okay, let's go a little bit more west by O'Hare. So we've got Norridge and Harwood Heights, the two towns that are entirely surrounded by Chicago. It's kind of weird. You got Schiller Park, Bensonville, Addison, Elk Grove Village, Rolling Meadows, Roselle, Itasca. There's Wayne, Stone Park, Maywood, Melrose Park, Bellwood, North Lake, Franklin Park, Elmwood Park. Alright, we're getting a little bit more west now. Let's get some of the west stuff. Oak Park, Cicero, Berwyn, Oak Brook Terrace, Lamont, that's farther south. Lamont and Darien, we'll just knock out now. Naperville, Westchester, Carroll Stream, Hoffman Estates, Downers Grove, Clarendon Hills, Lyons, LaGrange Park, Indian Head Park. There's so much more. Lombard, Villa Park, Elmhurst, Forest View, Forest Park, Park Forest, River Forest, Riverside, North Riverside, Stickney, Summit, Justice, McCook, Bedford Park, Palos Hills, Palos Park, Palos Heights. Yep, okay. Is there just Palos? No. Weird how that works, isn't it? Oh, what else is there? There's a lot of west suburbs that I just am not familiar with. Lisle, Wheaton, Willowbrook, Willow Springs, Hanover Park, Bartlett, we got Lombard. So let's move a little bit farther southwest to Lockport, Joliet, Crystal Lawns, we got Plainfield, Shorewood, New Lenox, Homer Glen, Frankfurt, Monee, Crete, Steger, University Park, South Chicago Heights, Chicago Heights, Chicago Ridge, Hometown, Homewood, Evergreen Park, Oak Forest, Olympia Fields, Olympia Fields, Crestwood, Flossmoor, Matson, Orland Park, Orland Hills, Tinley Park. There's so many more. Let's go a little bit north, near south suburbs. Alsip, Harvey, Dalton, Blue Island, Burnham, Calumet City, Calumet Park. Oh, there's something like Richton Park. Yes. Robbins, Dixmoor, Lansing, South Holland. Do we get Mantino? That's really far south. That's pretty much just... I don't even know what that is anymore. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, honestly. Like, I think I can get tons more if I thought about it for a long time, but I don't know if I have the time for that. I'm trying to think if I missed any other obvious ones. Bolingbrook! Did I do Waukegan? I did. Oh, Schaumburg! How do I not put Schaumburg? How does this happen? Rosemont! Again, how do you forget Rosemont? Everyone knows Rosemont. Oh. That's just its own town, Genoa. Oh, there's also Milan. And East... We didn't do the Quad Cities. Oh, shit. East Moline. Rock Island. How can we forget that? Okay, so we got those at least. I'm glad I remembered. That would have been really not good. Can we get to 1100? Let's see. I'm trying to think what's near Springfield. Is there a Sangamon? No, that's just the county, the river. Litchfield? Okay, that's something. I thought there was a Litchfield. Okay. One more to 1100. I'll be happy if I can get there. I really hope I didn't miss something obvious in here. Oh my god, Peoria! Holy shit! How did I not type Peoria? How did this happen? Oh, there's so much around here. Peoria, Washington, East Peoria, West Peoria. Alright, well, I think that's gonna do it for Illinois. I'm pretty happy with my Chicago suburbs naming here. We're at 1103, so doing pretty well for ourselves. We got a lot of the eastern half of the US to get to in future episodes. Stay tuned for those, guys. Thanks for watching this one, and I'll catch you next time. Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 7 of the US Cities Naming Challenge. Today we are taking on the rest of the Midwest. Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, and we're gonna toss West Virginia in here, starting with Michigan. Copper Harbor comes to mind first. There is Marquette. Bay City. Escanaba. There's Iron Mountain, I think. Yep. See, I'm not great with the Upper Peninsula. Definitely more I should get. There is Sault Ste. Marie. Out there. Houghton. And again, I don't know how to pronounce all these towns, as I've said in the previous episodes. Disclaimer. Oh, there's a Christmas. It doesn't take it. Okay, Munising, though, is for sure a thing. Nakusa. Oh, that's in Wisconsin. We gotta add that to Wisconsin. Nakusa. There we go. Okay, back to Michigan, though. I'm trying to think of the stuff. There's like a few cities west of Marquette. Is there an Ishpeming? There we go. And something with an N, I can't remember. But, you know, I'm happy with that for the UP. Well, let's start heading down to the mainland here. So there's Mackinac Islands. Cool. Traverse City. Gaylord. Pleasant. It's a bit farther south there. Not great with this whole area either. Yeah, I really couldn't tell you what else is here even. There's a Sheboygan with a C. There it is. Okay. Yeah, beyond those, not sure of. Bay City, Saginaw, Midland. Hop over here a bit. We've got Muskegon, Grand Rapids, Kentwood, Wyoming, Zealand, Holland. What else is here? Let's go a little bit south then. We'll take on Benton Harbor, St. Joseph. I think there's a Cassopolis. And then New Buffalo. Saugatuck. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that for down there. Moving over, Kalamazoo. Battle Creek. Portage. What else happens here? There's Lansing. And East Lansing. There's Flint. Over here, there's Port Huron. There's Ann Arbor. Ypsilanti. Lambertville is right on the border there. Let's start going for Detroit stuff. There's, of course, Detroit. There's Southfield. There's Southgate. Taylor. Novi. Dearborn. Livonia. Westland. What else do we have? There's Hamtramck. Not sure how you even say that. It's an odd name. East Point, St. Clair. Oh, that's there. St. Clair Shores is what I'm thinking of. There we go. There's Warren, Troy, Pontiac, Sterling Heights, Oxford. There's a lot of other, like, far out suburban towns here. I think there's like a... Is there Farmington? Okay. And Bloomfield Hills, I think. Yep. Yeah, beyond that, I'm pretty happy with that much. I've never been to the Detroit area, so honestly, I can live with that for sure. That's pretty good for me. Okay. What else in Michigan is there? What else? There's a Jackson, I think. There we go. Jackson. There's a Monroe in between here. I'll leave it at that. Can't complain there. Let's go down to Indiana. So, should be able to get a fair amount, especially up here by Lake Michigan in the northwest. We're going to save that for later. We're starting with Evansville, Mount Vernon, Terre Haute, Bloomington, Columbus. Oh, let's go for the Louisville suburbs. There's New Albany, Jeffersonville, Clarksville. I think that's all I could name there. Indianapolis, of course. There's Speedway, which is where the Speedway is. Not actually in Indianapolis. There's Noblesville, Carmel, Fishers, Anderson, Muncie. There's a Greenville, Greenwood, Greencastle. There's a lot of green things, apparently, in Indiana. Okay. I know there's a Richmond near Ohio, Kokomo, Logansport, Fort Wayne, Angola, Shipshewana, Elkhart, Goshen, South Bend, Mishawaka, Shelbyville. Up this way, though, we've got Lafayette. If I can spell it, West Lafayette. There's a Walcott, Rensselaer, Northwest Indiana, Hammond, Whiting, East Chicago, Gary, New Chicago, Ogden Dunes, Beverly Shores, Michiana Shores, Michigan City, LaPorte. Oh, there's a space. There we go. LaPorte, Portage, Chesterton, Merrillville, Hobart, Munster, Dyer, Crown Point, Schererville, Lake Station. Oh, Lakes of the Four Seasons. Any more in Indiana that I can think of? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. Time to move over to Ohio, then, and see how I can do there. So, we'll go with the Toledo area first. Toledo, Perrysburg, Oregon, Maumee. There's Norwalk, Fremont, Port Clinton, Sandusky, Upper Sandusky, which is entirely south of Sandusky. What else do we have going on here? There's Lorain, Elyria, Oberlin, just Cleveland. There's an Ashtabula, I think. Yep, Cleveland stuff. Cleveland Heights, Shaker Heights, Lakewood. Oh God, Brooklyn, Parma, Cuyahoga Falls, Heights. There's the Heights. Okay, Akron, Canton. Summit is the county, right? Yeah. I'm really not good with the Cleveland area. Beyond, like, these few suburbs, I can't think of much more. And I know there's plenty more on this shore as well, but not sure what they are. We'll go over to the Youngstown area with Youngstown, Warren, Boardman. There's a Steubenville, I think. Yep. Let's head back over this way. Mansfield, Lima, Findlay. We'll go with Columbus stuff then. Columbus, Grove City, Dublin. I'm not great with those suburbs either, this area. Really all of the Ohio, like, suburbs, I'm not great with. Let's try Dayton, Beaver Creek, Wilmington, Springfield, Hamilton, Kettering, Fairborn. There's Urbana, Bellefontaine. Not how you spell it. It's spelled like that. Hamilton. There's a Middletown. Right there. In the middle between Dayton and Cincinnati. Real creative name. There's a place called Cleves. Always stands out to me for being the exact opposite side of the state from Cleveland. Other than that, I really do not know any Cincinnati suburbs. Let's go with some other stuff. There's Washington Courthouse. There is a Chillicothe, Portsmouth, Lucasville, Peebles, Chesapeake, Ironton. There's Parkersburg. Is that in West Virginia? It is. Okay, I think Belper is across from it. There we go. There's Zanesville, Gallipolis. There we go. It's something to that effect. There it is. Trying to think of other stuff on the Ohio River. I'm not sure what else there is. Once we start getting into this area, West Virginia is one of my worst states, so that's gonna be a rough time. Anything else in Ohio? Richfield. Let's go to West Virginia then. Not gonna be very great, but I'm gonna try. Get the big ones out of the way first. Weirton, Wheeling, Morgantown, Harper's Ferry, Fairmont, Parkersburg, Charleston, South Charleston, which is west of Charleston. Makes no sense. Huntington, Hurricane Tees Valley, Beckley. Yikes. Oh god. I think there's a Princeton. Oh, and the stuff by New River Gorge, Fayetteville, Oak Hill. Is there a Raleigh? There is. What else? Is there a Kanawha? Yep. Okay. Honestly, that's fine. I really do not know much about West Virginia, like what goes on in here. What even exists here. So not great for West Virginia there. I think that's gonna do it for these 4 states. Drawing blanks for other places. Thanks for watching this episode, guys. Stay tuned for more in the future. Check out the playlist with the others, and I'll catch you next time. Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 8 of the US Cities Naming Challenge. Today we're hopping a little bit farther south. Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and Florida. Now Florida, there's going to be quite a few to name, so we're going to save that for last. Well, let's start with South Carolina. And as always, if you guys have missed the first 7 episodes, check out the playlist. There's a link in the description. So, let's start up South Carolina. We've got Columbia. There is Anderson, Greenville, Spartanburg. I think there's a Berea. What else do we have? There is a Newberry, Lexington, Irmo, West Columbia. Yep, okay. Orangeburg, Rock Hill. What is in between here? I'm not sure. I was just in South Carolina too, and oh god, I'm trying to think of all these towns. Let's move down to Charleston, North Charleston, Mount Pleasant, Somerville. Let's see, there's Hilton Head, Beaufort. Oh no. This is crazy. I was just there. There's so many other little towns here. What are they called? Hunting Island? No. I guess no one actually lives there. Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach is important. Oh, Clemson. Can't forget Clemson. Is there a South Myrtle Beach? North Myrtle Beach? I think there's one of those. Or both. There's a north one, okay. It's really driving me crazy. How can these be the only ones I get? Bluffton. That's down here. Oh, it's driving me crazy. I can't believe I can't remember these town names, man. It's so annoying, but I've run out in South Carolina. That was faster than I thought. Not great. Let's go over to Alabama this time. Another one where I will not do so well in. We've got Montgomery. There is Selma, Birmingham, Huntsville, Decatur, Madison, Florence, Tuscumbia, Muscle Shoals, New Hope. There we go. Tuscaloosa, Auburn, Dothan, Mobile, Fairhope, Daphne, Anniston. Across from Columbus, Georgia is Phoenix City, spelled with no O. Oh, there's other suburbs of these places. Bessemer, Hoover, Vestavia Hills, Irondale. I don't know any Montgomery suburbs. Yeah, I'm starting to run out. Alabama, again, not one of my stronger states. The whole South really is just kind of rough for me. I think I've gotten most of the obvious big ones. We're gonna call it there for Alabama. Deep South is not going well for me. Georgia time. Let's see how I do here. Blue Ridge. Blairton? Blairsville. Tuckawa. Mineral Ridge. Okay. No. Oh god. Columbus. Get the big ones out of the way. Columbus, Augusta, Athens, Savannah. Savannah's a beautiful city. Valdosta, Brunswick, Tybee Island, Macon, Warner, Robins. Just one B? There we go. Okay. Atlanta, of course. Gotta do that. And plenty of suburbs out here. Smyrna, Alpharetta, Marietta, Sandy Springs. Here we go. South Fulton, College Park, Lawrenceville, Johns Creek, Alpharetta, Marietta, Roswell, Peachtree City. Yikes. Other than these, I don't know many of the Atlanta suburbs. Like, I think I got the big ones. Yeah, especially like east. I'm not sure what is even east of Atlanta. And then up north here, not much goes on. There's like Lookout Mountain by Chattanooga. There we go. Finally spelled it. Oh, Albany. I feel like I need to get more in Georgia, but just what even is there? Also up here, Helen. There's a town called Helen. Sort of a German-influenced town. Kind of cool place. What else up here? I was just up here last year. Crap. No, can't think of any more. Okay. We're going to Florida. Florida should get a decent amount, but remembering all of those town names, it's going to be tough, so let's go. There's Pensacola, Destin, Fort Walton Beach, Tallahassee, Lake City, Gainesville, Ocala, Jacksonville, Neptune Beach. What else is here? St. Augustine, Daytona Beach, Deltona. Oh, there's something in between Daytona and Jacksonville. It's like a commuter suburb. Is it called like Palm Springs? No, it's down there. The Villages, Leesburg, Orlando, of course. There's tons of stuff with winter. There's Winter Park, Winter Haven, Winter Springs. Yep. Spring Hill. Is there Hernando? Okay, there we go. Altamonte Springs. There we go. Other Orlando suburbs. Oviedo, Kissimmee, Lake Buena Vista, home to Disney World and all that. Any more? Sanford, that's a big one. Let's head towards Tampa Bay. There's Plant City, Winter Garden. That's another Orlando. But Plant City, Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, Largo, Sarasota, Bradenton, Northport, and Port Charlotte. There we go. And then Naples, Fort Myers. There's Okeechobee. Trying to think of stuff like in here. That's a rough area for me. I don't know what is in the middle of Florida here, but it can't be too much. So let's head down to the Keys. Get those first. Key West, Key Largo, Marathon, Key Biscayne. Now let's do the Miami area stuff. Work our way from the south. Homestead, Florida City, Davie, Miami, of course. Miami Gardens, Coral Gables, Kendall Lakes, Kendale Lakes, Kendall, Hialeah, Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale. Lauderhill. Parkland. Surfside. Miami Beach. West Miami. West Miami Beach. North Miami Beach. Port St. Lucie. Oh, that's way up there. Holy crap. It's 200k? Wow, I didn't even realize. Wow, okay. What else is going on up there? There's Jupiter. Boca Raton. There's Deerfield Beach. Weston. Palm Beach. West Palm Beach. See, I can't think of any more. I know there's tons more, but they just don't come to mind. Is there like a Sunny Isles Beach? Yep, okay. Yeah, I can't think of more. Never been to the Miami area, so... Oh, we gotta get all the stuff, like, in Brevard County. Satellite Beach, Cape Canaveral, Cocoa Beach, Titusville, Melbourne. This area, it's pretty depopulated here. I think there's a Florala. Or maybe that's in Alabama, let's see. There we go. I could definitely get more if I sat and thought for a much longer time, but this is just off the top of my head. We're gonna call it there for Florida. I wish I could get more. 1431 though, we're making good progress. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next episode. Stay tuned for more. Make sure to subscribe if you like geography, and catch you next time, guys. Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 9 of the US Cities Naming Challenge. Today we are taking on these 4 Appalachian states: Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia, and Kentucky. We're starting here with Tennessee. Let's go. So there's Memphis, Bartlett, and I just realized West Memphis in Arkansas. Forgot to add that one. There we go. There's Germantown. What else? There's a Union City, Jackson, Clarksville, Hendersonville, Nashville, Springfield, White House, Smyrna, Murfreesboro, Franklin. I think there's a Shelbyville. Yep. What else? What else goes on here in the middle? Chattanooga. It's not in the middle, it's over here, but that's something. Get Knoxville out of the way. Knoxville and Bristol. And you got Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, Gatlinburg, all that out there. Oh, there's a Clinton. Oh, why am I forgetting all these Tennessee cities? Holy crap. I think there's a Cleveland. Yep. Between Knoxville and Bristol, there's a lot. I mean, this is not a depopulated area. There's people in this valley. Is there like a New London? That's what I'm thinking of. Loudon. Don't know how to say it. That's what I was thinking of. Not good. Not good. I really thought I'd do better in Tennessee. That was really a weak performance. Let's go to North Carolina and hope we do a little bit better here, but honestly, I don't know. Let's go for it though. There's Asheville, Murphy. Is there a Hendersonville here too as well? Yep. Waynesville. That's the one. Hickory, Lenoir, Morganton. There it is. Morganton. Charlotte, of course. Pineville. Concord. Gastonia. Kannapolis. Huntersville. There's tons of, like, larger suburbs north here. There's another one. Huntersville and what? I don't remember. We got Statesville up here. Okay, let's start getting some other big ones. So, Jacksonville, Wilmington, Fayetteville, Greenville, Greensboro, New Bern, Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, Burlington, Greensboro, Burlington, High Points, Rocky Mount, Cary, Oxford. Yeah, that's there. Okay. What else is over here? All the Outer Banks stuff. Oh god, what are all those towns? There's a lot. Kitty Hawk. Oh no. There's so many towns on the Outer Banks. I don't know what they're called, man. What are they? Morehead City. That's one. There's like Chuckawinity. Over here. Yeah, I don't know what else is here, man. Morrisville. That's another suburb there. Greensboro, High Point, Burlington. Oh, man. What am I forgetting? There is something big here that I do not remember. Oh, I swear there's more here. There has to be something somewhat major. I gotta get better at these states. There's so many more cities. Like, North Carolina has 10 million people. I should be able to get more. It's fine. Let's go to Kentucky, where I also will not do so well. Of course, we got Louisville and Lexington, Bowling Green, Florence, Covington, Union, Ashland. Okay, let's go back over this way. There is Mayfield, Paducah, Henderson, Owensboro, Elizabethtown. What is in here? I feel like there's another town in there somewhere. I don't know. Well, we got Nicholasville, Berea, London, Corbin, Paris, Versailles. Yeah, I don't think I can get much more in Kentucky. I'm very not good with Kentucky. So, and let's head over to Virginia, where I really hope I can get more. We're up to over 1,500, which is really nice. Happy about that. Bristol, Staunton, Wytheville, Abingdon, Lynchburg, Roanoke, Charlottesville, Harrisonburg, Leesburg. It's up there. We also got Winchester. What else is around here? I'm not sure. Of course, there's Richmond. There's a Mechanicsville. Also, I think a Mechanicsburg, if I remember right. Yeah, out here. Tiny little place. Because I thought this was Mechanicsburg the first time I tried this quiz. And I typed it in, and it gave me that one. So I always remember it now. Anyway, there's Danville. Man, yeah, this whole southern part I'm not good with. Over here there's Chincoteague, Exmoor? There we go. There's also Tangier Island, or just Tangier, that really isolated island with like its own dialect. Really cool place. Let's do Hampton Roads. Hampton, of course. Chesapeake, Portsmouth, Newport News, Virginia, Beach, Suffolk, Norfolk. There's also Williamsburg. Don't know what else is up here. We have all this to get to though. Stafford Courthouse. Okay. Fredericksburg, and then DC suburbs. I am not good with the Virginia side or the Maryland side, to be fair. That's for next episode. Well, let's go for it. Reston, Dulles, Fairfax, Tysons. There we go. Alexandria, Arlington, Mount Vernon. We did Leesburg. Springfield, Manassas Park. There's tons more stuff. Oh my god, what are they called? I can't think of any more. I really can't. So I think I'm all out of juice for Virginia. Would have liked to get more, but honestly, I can live with this. Yeah, the whole South is just not my strongest, as you can see. But go watch the other episodes too to see how I did there. But yeah, we're gonna call it there for Virginia and for the whole episode. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you for episode 10 next time. Thanks for watching, and catch you then. Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 10 of the U.S. Cities Naming Challenge. Today we are taking on the Mid-Atlantic. We're gonna go with Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and Maryland. Let's get started with Pennsylvania. There is, of course, Erie. We have Pittsburgh, of course. Bethel Park, Washington. There's a Sharon up here by Ohio. The middle of PA is very bad for me. I cannot think of much. There's Johnstown, Altoona, State College, Gettysburg, Emporium, St. Mary's. Pennsylvania might be one of my worst states, like relative to just how populous it is. I just am not great with it. We got Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Carbondale, Dixon City, Stroudsburg, East Stroudsburg, Easton, Allentown, Bethlehem, other standalone cities, Reading, York, Lancaster, Harrisburg, and then Carlisle. There's something with an L around here that I should get. Is it Lilitz? That's over here. Okay. Not what I'm thinking of. It's fine. We also have Hershey. Of course. Hershey chocolate. I feel like there's another of these kinds of cities, like in this area. Can't think of what it is. Oh, there's also Intercourse. The most just silly town name. There it is. Anything else over here before we start with Philly stuff? Don't think so. So here we go. Philadelphia, of course. There is King of Prussia, Langhorne, Lansdowne. There we go. Westchester, Drexel Hill, Bryn Mawr, Bala Kenwood. I think that's how you say that. Not sure. Ardmore. The other thing is, like, a lot of the suburbs near Philly are just like townships or like parts of townships. It's really weird. I don't understand this whole area. Okay, well, that's too bad. Yeah, I mean, could have been a lot worse for PA, but honestly, not great. Again, just with how many people there are. There's like 13 million people. Alright, let's try Maryland. See how I can do here. There is Hancock. Accident. I will always remember that town name. Out here in the Panhandle. We got Hancock. There is Frederick. Hagerstown. Baltimore, of course. Dundalk. Towson. Bowie. Columbia. College Park. Silver Spring. Bethesda. Germantown. Rockville. Capitol Heights. Yep. Man, there's so many other, like, DC suburbs, Baltimore ones as well. I just can't think what they are. There's like a Bel Air, Havre de Grace, Annapolis, Easton, California, Lexington Park, Salisbury, Del Mar, Ocean City, can't forget that. See, there's like all these things north here, north of Baltimore and DC, that I'm not sure of. There's gotta be more towns. Oh, Chevy Chase. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for my Maryland. Delaware will be nice and quick. I don't know very much about Delaware, and there isn't too much to get, so. Wilmington. Of course, there is Newcastle, Newark, Dover, Milford. There's another Del Mar across the border. There is Rehoboth Beach. No clue if that's how you say it. Lewis? Yeah, I've run out of Delaware. I can't think of any more. How many even is that? Like 7? Yeah, about what I expected. And let's go to New Jersey. New Jersey is another state where there's just tons of random, like, townships and small suburbs that I just will never remember for the life of me. But we're going to start from the south and work our way up. There's Cape May, Atlantic City, Vineland, Bridgeton, Elmer, I think. Ocean City, New Jersey. There we go. Toms River. Now there's Brick Township, Lakewood Township, Lawrence Township, Camden, Maple Hill, Cherry Hill. That's the one. There's Princeton, Trenton, Sussex is way up there. Ah, this is killing me. Yeah, I'm not great with, like, this part of Jersey. Is there, like, Perth Amboy? There we go. Piscataway. What are all the... There's another, like, huge cluster of random townships, like all this. Right here, too. I can't think what they are. Is there a Neptune? Okay. That's one. Plenty more for sure, but we're gonna skip them and just go for the North Jersey stuff. So, get the obvious ones: Patterson, Newark, Edison, Elizabeth. Is there a Somerset? Yeah. Bayonne, Hoboken, Union City, Weehawken. Oh, all the oranges. There's Orange, West Orange, South Orange, East Orange, North Orange? No North Orange. Okay. Well, we got some others there. There's a huge cluster of oranges. Feel like there's another somewhat big one that I should know. And then there's tons of other small suburbs. Oh, Jersey City! Holy shit, we can't forget Jersey City. But yeah, past all this cluster, I can't think of anything out here. Really bad with this part of the state. So yeah, I think that's it for New Jersey too. Man, I wish I could get more there. It's just, I can't think of what all these dang towns are called. It's really tricky. Pennsylvania could have been better too. All these states could definitely do better in, but just don't remember all of those random towns. So that is going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time for the grand finale, the whole Northeast. Going to be a lot to name there, so see you for that one. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good rest of your week. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final part of the U.S. Cities Naming Challenge. It's been a long series. This is episode 11. I have no clue when this video is going up, probably in a few months from now. I'm recording this in early January, but we've made it to the final region for this challenge, the Northeast. After I do the Northeast, I might go back to the rest of the country too, and just think of any others I might have missed. Let's go ahead and set our state to New York, and just get started, and hope for the best. Here we go. Buffalo, Niagara Falls. I believe there is a Johnstown. No, that's over there. Johnsburg? No. Okay. So we have those two. There's Cheektowaga, and I think Orchard Park. Yes. Gotta get all the other cities. Rochester, Irondequoit. There's an Auburn, Oswego, Ithaca, Canandaigua. There we go. I'm surprised I spelled that right. Sick. What is the town here? I don't remember. I know there's a town called Bolivar around here. There's also Binghamton, Watertown. I think there's like an Alexandria Bay. Yes, there we go. What else is north? There's a Plattsburgh. You know, we'll come back to the north. I'm kind of thinking more down here. So there's Rome, Utica. Let's move over a bit. Schenectady. Rotterdam, Albany, Troy, Greene, Island, yikes, Saratoga Springs, Glens Falls, Lake Placid, Olympics, can't forget that. Oh man, what else is north? There's not much. Albany, Troy, Green Island, yeah, can't think of much more there. Okay, so let's head south a bit. There's a Hudson, Newburgh. Orange? No. Newburgh. What's that one? Poughkeepsie. Damn it, spelled it wrong. Gotta type it all again. No. There it is. Poughkeepsie, Newburgh, Hudson. I'm trying to think what else is along the Hudson here, and nothing else is coming to mind. Jeez. Okay. Well, let's get the big one out of the way. New York. Oh, what a circle. Okay, New York suburbs, Yonkers, New Rochelle, White Plains. I really don't know many New York suburbs. That is what I'm realizing right now. Holy crap, what else is there? Yonkers, New Rochelle? No, okay. Well, there's Hempstead, out on Long Island. Montauk, Riverhead. Oh, Hyde Park, that's up here. Okay. But yeah, there's so many small towns on Long Island. There's a Levittown, I think. I think there's also one in Pennsylvania. Let me add that. But yeah, there's so many towns on Long Island that I just will never be able to tell you what they're called. Is there like a garden city? There is. Northampton? Yes. Southampton. Yes! Let's go. I might come back to it. But other New York stuff, I feel like I'm missing something big. Rochester, Syracuse. That's why, because I am. There we go. Let's go to Connecticut. Connecticut is kind of hit or miss for me. So let's see how I do here. There's Greenwich, Stamford, Fairfield, New London, all the way over there. So we got Stamford Bridge, Port New Haven, West Haven, Hamden, Middletown, Hartford, Danbury, Waterbury, Bethel, Sharon. There's a Sharon. Torrington, West Hartford. What else is around Hartford? Also on the coast, we got Bridgeport, Norwalk. Norwalk, Stamford, Bridgeport, West Haven, New Haven. What is in between here? There has to be more. Pawcatuck. What is in East Connecticut? Stafford? Okay, well that's kind of east. Is there Colchester? Yes. Okay. Well, that's something. So, yeah, we'll come back to all these, see if I can remember more. Rhode Island will be pretty quick, I think. Providence, East Providence, Woonsocket, Warwick, Narragansett, Cranston, South Providence. Not sure. No, okay. There's South Kingstown, and then there's a Kingston, and a North Kingstown, I think. Yep. Kind of weird how that works. There's a Westerly, Bristol, Greenville. I'm trying to think what else is here. There's Bristol, and then Newport. Newport. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Don't think I can get any more here. What are we at? 1722? Yeah, it's going to be tough to get 2,000. I'm not sure that it can happen, but we still have a handful of states left. Massachusetts time. We've got Pittsfield out west, Springfield, Holyoke, Chicopee, Worcester, Framingham, Attleboro, Plainville, New Bedford, Fall River, Martha's Vineyard. No? Okay, nope. No, I'm thinking of it the wrong way. Nantucket is the one that it's a city. Martha's Vineyard has, like, Edgartown and Oak. Something about an oak. I don't know. We have Edgartown at least, so that's something. Let's go to Cape Cod. There is Woods Hole, which is technically part of Falmouth, I think. There's Mashpee. Other Cape Cod stuff. Hyannisport. Hyannis? No? What? Dennis? There we go. Dennis, Chatham, Truro, Provincetown. And why didn't it take Hyannis? I guess that's not actually a town or something. I don't know. Let's go to over here. We've got Plymouth, Brain, Tree, Quincy, Brockton. We'll get Boston out of the way. There is Weston, Brookline, Brooklyn, Lynn, Salem, Revere, Cambridge, Somerville, Malden, Methuen, I don't know, Lawrence, Haverhill, Gloucester, Rockport, Manchester by the Sea. Oh, there's a city here. What is that one called? And then all these, like, outer Boston suburbs. I do not know. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank here for the rest of these. Not great. And also Western Mass. I don't know much about what happens here. Last three states are also going to be pretty sparse. We'll be lucky to get to 1,800. Alright, Vermont. Let's see what we can do. Burlington. Essex, Montpelier. Oh, what? Brattleboro. Upper Darby? Darby? Upper... There, thank you. That's what I'm looking for. Something like that. Derby, Darby Center. Montpelier, Essex, Burlington. Oh man, what else is in Vermont? Middlebury. Yes. Is there Watertown? Waterford. Yeah, I'm really bad with Vermont. Vermont, also New Hampshire, I'm not great with either. What is in New Hampshire? Concord, Manchester, Nashua, big ones. There's a Dover, Laconia, Portsmouth, Keene. Keene is here. That's pretty big, 23k, wow, okay. Yeah, I can't think of much more. Portsmouth, Dover. Didn't realize Dover was that big too, bigger than Portsmouth. I just really cannot think what else is in New Hampshire. So on to Maine, we're at 1774. I don't know if we can get 26 cities in Maine, but oh, here goes nothing. Portland, South Portland, Cape Elizabeth, Bath, Wiscasset, I don't know, Kennebunk, and Kennebunk Port. There's Freeport, home of LL Bean. Did we get Bath? Yep. Brunswick, Lewiston, Waterville, Augusta, of course, can't forget that. There's another fairly big city here, close to New Hampshire. I forget what it's called. What is that one? Saco. There we go. Saco. Don't really know how to pronounce a lot of these towns. Let's go up Bangor. I'm gonna be typing these. Bangor. There's Fort Fairfield. Holton, Caribou, Eastport. Oh, we're 8 away from 800 or 1800. Come on. What else is here? Paris. Oh, there's all like Paris. There's Norway, Sweden. There's like tons of countries. China, I think, as well. China is almost 5,000. That's crazy. Paris, Norway, Sweden. Is there a Stockholm? There is. 3 away. Can I get 3 more? Maybe back over here. Any more? How about some more Boston suburbs? I can't think. I just cannot think. If I can get to 1800 in the whole country, I will be happy. Any more I can think of, just maybe a Chicago suburbs that I missed. Let me think for a second. Let's switch this back to Illinois. If you guys missed the Illinois episode, check it out. There's going to be a link in the description. That we had a whole Illinois exclusive one. Any suburbs I'm missing? What did I not do? I don't know, that's killing me. How about some LA suburbs? Let's look. What else can I get? We gotta get 1800. I'm not leaving this until we're at 1800. We're not stopping. Let's go to any state, just so I can type things. Is there Collierville, Tennessee? I think so. Yes, that's a Memphis suburb. There we go. I don't know, see, I don't know why that just pops into my head now. Like, why didn't I think of that when we were doing Tennessee? The world may never know. Okay, let's try. I think I thought of this S city. Schulzburg. Yes! There it is! That's what I was thinking of. 1 away from 1800. Something. There's gotta be something. Okay, let's see. If I can get 1 more in Illinois. There's got to be 1 more I can think of. I mean, I almost forgot Peoria, for God's sake. Oh, I just thought of an Illinois city. Yes! Red Bud. There we go! 1800 cities. I'm gonna call it there. We did not make it to 2000. Really happy with 1800 though. Cannot complain one bit. Thanks for watching this episode, guys. Again, if you missed the previous 10 episodes, check them out. There's a link to the playlist in the description. Thanks for watching as always, guys, and I will catch you next time.